Oh, hey guys. So we're drinking some mushroom coffee. This stuff's pretty amazing. I drink it usually in the afternoon. It helps with increase my focus, cognition, things like that. But we're not here for that. I wanted to show you an email I got from a place called the Movie Poster Exchange. I believe it's movieposterexchange.com. I want to show you this. I had a couple ideas for income streams that you could make from this. So here's the thing. I used to sell a ton of movie posters. So much so that I bought boxes and boxes. Well, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Boxes and boxes and boxes of poster tubes so that I could mail them. And where I lived at the time, I lived at the beach, and my office was close to the post office. And so, usually, about every day at lunchtime, I would load a bunch of poster tubes in my backpack. I mean, I don't know what it looked like to people going down the street, but I would be wearing this big backpack, about 10 poster tubes in the back that had been prepped and mailed for shipping, walking them to the post office. And the people in line absolutely hated me because they were prepaid, pre-labeled, all that. I was just dropping them off. Couldn't stuff them in the big blue box because they wouldn't fit. So I would cut the line. My post office guy knew me. He didn't mind. I'd cut the line, set them all up front so he could handle them whenever he had a spare moment. So there's a lot of money in posters. You just got to do it right, though. I had a cousin that worked at a movie theater, and I actually bought a ton of posters from him because he had all the movie posters. He was the manager, and so he kept all the movie posters, including the reverse image movie posters that would go into the light boxes. And so I sold a ton of those, some really big ones too, like all the Harry Potter movies, a couple of Star Wars movies. And I also bought a huge comic book collection. I need to tell you about that sometime in a video. When I say huge, at one time I had the largest private comic book collection in the southeastern United States. And part of that collection came with a ton of posters for pretty much any comic book property you could imagine, mostly from the 80s and 90s. Very cool stuff, sold a ton of it. So there's good money in posters. But there's more money in posters the more you can specialize. So let me show you this email and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this email, like I said, is from movieposterexchange.com, and they're showing some an auction that they're having. And so here's my idea, is these are going for pretty cheap, very cheap. I don't know what size these are. I don't know what condition they are, anything like that. But the thing is, here's the way you can make money in posters. Like anything else, the more you niche, the more money you can bring in. So let's use this one, for example. Mission Mars, Body Stealers and Mission Mars combo. See, this one, if you market it right, you could possibly market it to people that are into space things, maybe some guys that work at SpaceX or NASA or something like that. Those are the kind of places where you could buy this possibly for $10, sell it for $100. I don't know. And there's an old Fu Manchu. Oh, there's a foreign daughter of Dr. Jekyll. And so anybody that's into old horror movies, anything like that, we've got an old Gremlins here for $10. I remember some of these. E.T. And then, of course, we got some even older ones. Look at that. Doesn't that sound like an exciting movie? Insurance Investigator. And so the thing is, though, you could market this to insurance agents, people that do the job and they really care about what they're doing. And see, the thing is, you market it to folks like that, and like I say, you might pay $10 for that poster and then sell it for $100 because somebody that is really, really into their job and does insurance investigation or maybe owns an insurance company, you'll often find people like that love collectibles about their jobs. Like me, I used to be a disaster medic for a very long time, a paramedic, and so I still collect a few medical items, but for a long time, I collected anything that had to do with medicine or especially emergency medicine. I'm talking old bottles, old old instruments, laryngoscopes, doctor bags like the doctors used to carry when they do house calls, those little leather bags with a handle on it. I collected all that kind of stuff. And so, like I say, you find the posters, you find that specialty audience, and you can resell it for bigger bucks than you paid for it.